As part of the recent collaboration I did with Ben over at Lover of Tech about me exploring Android for the first time, a really interesting part that came up was when we were discussing the looks of different phones and what I liked and didn't like. So I thought it would be a good opportunity right at the start of this channel to just sit down and get really, really opinionated about really superficial stuff and just rate each manufacturer, the flagship phones, the main phones on the market right now, and do a good old-fashioned tier ranking on how I think right now they look. Now obviously this is super subjective, but I thought it would be a bit of fun. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Carl. I'm not some trendy tech YouTuber. I'm a very busy dad of young kids with a full-time job. I love tech, but I'm not that interested in the numbers or the tech specs. I'm interested in how it would actually slot into your life and the features you're going to actually use day to day. Okay, let's start in my safe territory. The iPhone 17, the ordinary iPhone 17, not the Pro Max, not the Air, the normal one. I think these look good. I think they look better than they ever have done before. I really like that raised little camera area around the cameras. I think it's the normal safe iPhone design, but I think it looks good. I'm going to give it an A for being nice, but not an S because it is still safe. What is not safe is the next one, the iPhone Pro Max 17. I don't like it. I guess this is the series of phones that inspired me to do this. In the chat, I called them lumpy. They are lumpy. They're just lumpy. That camera plateau at the top is massive. It's dominating. It just looks top heavy. It's just a big lump. I don't like it in pictures. Don't like it in person. I don't like the orange color. The big bold orange, absolutely not for me. The dark blue looks a lot better, but it's still lumpy. And also, it's the area underneath it as well that I don't like, that sort of plastic finish on them. I mean, I know nearly everyone will put it in a case, but I just don't like that finish on them, the two-tone aspect of it. Much prefer the way that they looked before. Kudos to Apple for trying something different, but I don't like it. I'm gonna put it in B. iPhone Air. Now everyone's raving about how good this thing looks, and yes, it is really nice and thin, and that helps. But again, I don't like the plateau at the top. I just think it looks lumpy, and it looks even sillier, I think, on the Air than on the Pro Max. At least on the Pro Max, there's a reason that it's there. There's a reason that it's big. There's 3 cameras on there, and so it sort of feels a bit more justified. On the Air, I don't know. I think it looks worse. So this is going to be controversial. I'm going to put it in C. And I'm an Apple guy. Ouch. Google Pixels. Right, I've borrowed Google Pixels from Ben. That's the start of this journey for me. He handed me a couple of different phones to choose between, and I just loved the way that the Pixels looked. I love them. I love the way that they feel in person. I love the finish on them. I think that bar at the top, it's so different to the Plateau from Apple, although you could say that they're similar. I just think the way that the Google one is designed is so much better. It just looks so much better. I think these are the best looking phones on the market right now. I'm going to put them in S tier. Nothing Phone 3. I've never seen one of these in person. I've never held one. I don't feel like they're for me. I feel like they're very well done. If you like the way that it will look, I can see how people would like the way that it would look. I don't like it. I don't think they're for me. Where do I put it? You know what, because it's got its own thing and it's stylish, I'm going to put it as B rather than C. I can't put it as A or S because I don't personally like it, but I do respect it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put it in B. Samsung. I think they're boring. I might change my mind. I mean, I've never used one in person. I just think like the S25 Ultra looks the same way as all their other phones with 3 down the side. And this is a Samsung tablet. It looks nice. It looks good, but it's a bit dull. And I think it's not just that it's dull. I would say the iPhones are dull because they look the same way as they've looked for ages. But there's something about the iPhone that looks friendly and it looks like a personal piece of technology. Whereas something about the Samsung phones, they just look like work phones to me. And that's massively subjective, massive preconceptions. I think I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. But the S25 Ultra, I just don't like it. I mean, they aren't bad looking. There's nothing that feels cheap about them at all. They feel very premium. So I think I'm going to go B rather than C. But I can't put it as A because they just look to me like someone's work phone. I think the regular 25s rather than the Ultra look better. Losing the extra 2 dots helps it. I can't put it as A though. I'm going to put it alongside it at B. Okay, what is this? This is OnePlus. This is the current OnePlus. So that's the OnePlus 13, right? Again, I've never really held one of these in person. I don't like the round camera. There's something about it looks cheap. And the blue with the sort of leathery effect on them, I think could go either way. Might feel really cheap, might feel really premium. It's hard to tell, but just something about the round camera bump looks cheap to me. I'm going to put it as C. And the new one, the Watch 15 that they've teased, again, obviously I haven't seen one in person, I think that's a big step forwards. I actually really like it. I really like the look of that. Again, I haven't seen one in person, so I have no idea what the materials are like. But just based on first impressions, I think I'm going to go A. I really like that. I like that it's neat. I like that the logo looks sort of classy on it in the middle. And if it's built like the Pad 3, which I've been using, or the Watch 3 that I'm using, I've got high hopes for that phone. So I think I'm going to put that one really high. Oppo, this is the same phone, right? It looks oh no, it's not the same phone. Look, it's got 2. No, I don't think that looks anywhere near as good. I'm going to put that down in B. Honor, I don't like this at all. Again, I don't like the round, and I think it looks even worse with just a plain black in the middle of it. Again, I've never held one in person. It might look way better in person than it does in a photo. And what is with that marbly finish on the back of it? And I've seen the photos of the black one as well, and that just looks boring and cheap as well. Sorry, Honor, I think that's the worst looking phone here by a long way. I'm going to put it down at D. That's really harsh. Something's got to go down at D, right? Okay, so now we're into the Chinese. These are the Xiaomi Chinese only ones. So these don't believe are available over here, but they're getting a lot of talk at the moment. So there's the 17 and the 17 Pro Max. 17 Pro Max being kind of like a iPhone Pro Max ripoff. But again, the weird camera on the back and the sensors underneath it, I don't think it looks as good. So I'm going to put it down at C. The normal phone, on the other hand, I really like. Square camera bump with 4 symmetrical cameras on it. I think that's a step up. So I'm going to put that on B alongside. So that's everything. Where have I put things? So Google right up at the top, then OnePlus and the normal iPhones underneath it. And then just sort of the catch-all B category underneath it. And then what are the ones I don't like? So the Honor I really didn't rate. The current OnePlus design, the iPhone Air, that's going to get a lot of hate, isn't it? Oh, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I think putting Samsung in the middle is going to annoy people, and I think the iPhone Air down in C is going to annoy people. Yeah, but I mean, this is so subjective. I just thought this would be a bit of fun just to document right at the beginning of this channel where my head is at with the way that each brand looks. And of course, it's only how it looks. And I haven't actually held half of these phones. This is only how it looks in photos on there and how the design looks. It's so subjective and also so irrelevant for a large part of it. Like, we're going to put a case on a lot of these things anyway. But yeah, I thought this would be a bit of fun. I also thought it would be good to hear what people think down in the comment section. So I'm sure a lot of you don't agree with where I've just put those. Let me know. Right, that was a super quick made one. I am now gonna head back to work. Bye.